What's up everyone, my name is Nux. Welcome back to another tutorial on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about power armor. Now, if anyone knows how I like to build, or you've seen any of my builds, you'll know I like to use a lot of creative, scrappy, like immersive looking crafting benches and workstations. So I decided to just do a tutorial on how to create some more intricate, sort of decorated looking power armor stations. And I decided to do it faction themed. So there's an Enclave one, a Brotherhood one, and a Blood Eagle one. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. Okay, so jumping straight in here, we're going to start with the Enclave one. So I'm just going to take this Enclave medallion as like a base for the station and just place it down here in the middle of this very basic little Enclave structure I've just built quickly. And now I'm going to take a power armor station, the Enclave one, and just put it here for now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to merge one of these displays in. Now you can use spike traps for this, that would be the easiest way, but with the sort of aesthetic you're going for with an Enclave build, you don't want a spike trap there. So I'm going to put the thing down and then just put down a little grey mat, and then I'm just going to put this on the grey mat like that to try to get it nice and centered. Then I'm just going to pick this grey mat up and you'll see that it does snap there right on top of the power armor station. Now I'm going to try line this up, so I'm going to go closer and I'm going to kind of use where the arms break on the station itself there, you can see, to make sure that I get this nice and straight, and just kind of like use an eye test to make sure it's sort of the same distance on either side. And of course, once you place it, you can move it again. So there we go, I've lined it up pretty straight now. And then you want the arms to sort of be in line with the sides of the display. So let's just take it back a little bit like that. And now, of course, we can also use free cam just to make sure that this thing is lined up pretty much straight like so. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad, that's alright. I mean, I just did it pretty quickly. You can take your time and get it really straight. So now I'm just going to merge this down, and you can see the arms of the station are merging quite nicely with the arms of the display, and you want to merge it down until the feet are just above the bottom of the display like that. Now I'm just going to bring it in here and put it on this Enclave medallion quickly, but before we do that, we're going to use a blueprint to do an anywhere door. So you need to use an anywhere door blueprint. I got this blueprint from Uranium Fever's channel. I will put a link below to where he shows exactly how to make the blueprint. Anyway, once you've done that and you've got the blueprint, I'm going to line it up with that E on this Enclave medallion to make sure it's nice and straight, and I'm going to go replace this door with a door that allows me to then delete the wall around it, delete the two mats, and then there's just a little conduit there as well, which is how you make that blueprint. Now I'm going to go back and replace this to another door. That'll then let me replace it to a further door. You've just got to mess around replacing doors to different doors, and then they let you replace it with others. And we're going to use the Enclave door, but first I'm just going to choose this door because it opens up high. If you don't have a door like that, just choose another door that you do have and just flamethrow it, and that's just so that we can place the power armor station underneath pretty much. So we know that that door is lined up with the back of that E right there, that line. So we're going to line it up with that and just take it a little bit forward like so. Now when we replace the door, we're going to go for an Enclave laser door, and you can see it gives a nice backing to the power armor station like this. And it's up to you how far you want it to merge in. This could have gone back a little bit more, but that's also fine. As you can see, that was just a little bit too much to the left, the entire station of the door. So we can just move this slightly to the right, and then that's pretty much going to be nice and straight. So now we're just going to do some lighting quickly before we replace the actual door. So obviously this is completely up to you, whatever you want. I'm just going to slap these Enclave lights on the side here really quickly, and then I'm just going to put two klaxon lights on either side. And just remember, if that door, when you replace that door, it's going to go a little bit into the station, so just be mindful of that when you line it up. So it might cover whatever you place on here a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to use cycling lights, and cycling lights are really underrated in my opinion. Not a lot of builders use them, but I really love them. They're pretty awesome. I'm going to start using them more, and I'm just going to do this little frame for this lighting in the most basic way I can think of. Obviously you can make the lighting and the power more intricate for wherever you want to build a station like this, but for now I'm just going to put a conduit there, and then just snap two little corner pieces on either side, just like that. And then I'm just going to use that as sort of a very basic frame to just go ahead and put my cycling lights in. So as you can see, once you replace the door, those lights are going to be covered, and you're not really going to be able to, it depends where you place them, whether you're going to see them or not, but that's fine, as long as you power them up first. Obviously when you replace the door, it's just going to cover whatever's there. So I'm going to go ahead and just take one cycling light and just put it right on the edge of this frame here, and then just repeat the process on the other side the same way. And as I said, I'm just doing the most basic wiring here. I mean, you know, I've just slapped these generators down. Obviously you can do some way more advanced power and wiring to power this up. So now to go with the enclave, I'm going to make this one like a medium green, I think. Yeah, a medium green there, and just a lighter red here. And then once we've got our lights all sorted, we're going to go ahead and replace this with the enclave laser door, and that's looking pretty good. So all we're missing now is an actual enclave suit of armor, so let's just put that in there. And at the end of the day, it's pretty cool, and with the lighting, it's going to end up looking like this. Now you can see there what I'm talking about with the cycling lights. It's not overbearing, it kind of just gives accents around the station itself, which work really well with this sort of enclave aesthetic. So yeah, okay, jumping straight into the Brotherhood one, I've went and done the exact same merge that I showed you guys for the Enclave one, except I've used the Armor Ace power station since we don't have a Brotherhood one. So exact same merge as before with the display with the station, and we're just going to put that there for now. And now we're going to go get our Anywhere door blueprint, and we're going to do the same thing pretty much as last time. So just going to line this up. I'm doing this on a prefab here. Obviously it will also work wherever you want to do it, on ground or foundations. But now I'm just going to replace the door with this Brotherhood door. If you don't have it, you'll have to get creative with some other technological looking doors if you have them, but I'm just going to use this one for now. Just get rid of all the stuff I used for that blueprint, and then what I'm going to do now is take another one and sort of line it up in the middle so that this sword on the front is just coming through the door. So there we go. You see, you line it up and then just place it there with the door just like coming with the sword just coming through the door. And the reason I want to do that is because I'm going to use the other Brotherhood door, and I want that that like rusted sword coming through there. So same thing as before, delete the wall by changing it to another door that lets you delete the wall and all the other things, and now we can change it back to whatever door we want. And this is what I was trying to go for there. As you can see now, you've got this Brotherhood like steel looking door, and you've got the overlaid rusty sword with it, which is pretty cool. So once we've got that, we're just going to now replace this to the same door just for now, just so that we can open up that gap, same way we did it previously by using a higher door. And then we're just going to line up the power armor station right in the middle, and just get this, you know, this is dependence on you how far you want those doors to come through, or if they're how close behind you want them. But you just want to sort of get the back of the entire merge station almost in line with the doors. So right now, as you can see, when it closes, the display will still be visible on the front, it won't be clipping, so that's fine. So now we're going to go ahead and just replace both these doors back to what they're supposed to be. But for the lighting here, guys, I'm just going to do the exact same lighting as I did on the Enclave one, and I'm not going to go through it all again, but pretty much just the exact same lighting with the conduits and the cycling lights, which I've just done now. Okay, so the exact same lighting, except this time I went for like a blue and a red, just for more of a Brotherhood aesthetic. So now you can either leave this open, or you can have different Brotherhood armors in there looking like they've been worked on. That looks pretty good. I really like that backdrop. It's pretty awesome. It even looks cool from the back because of all the like mechanics around this door and whatnot. So that looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is just put these bug zappers down on either side behind the station itself. And I really like these because they give off like an ambient sort of flickering from the front that I'll show you just now that really works with this sort of industrial feel that you'd be going for with the Brotherhood. So now let's just add 1 or 2 more bits and bobs. We're going to take this Brotherhood ammo box, and then we're just going to grab a mannequin over here, and we're just going to put any Brotherhood helmet you want. So I'll just put this special ops mask on this mannequin, and then we're just going to use this free cam mode, which I don't really like. I suppose I just got to get used to it, but I've been building so long without it. But we're just gonna put this mannequin on top of this Brotherhood stash box like this, and then we're just gonna merge it down to just make it look like that we just have a random Brotherhood helmet or mask just sitting on top of the stash box. So we're just gonna merge that down real quick and get it nice and flush using the free cam or whatever, and then there we go. Now it just looks like the mask's been left up there. So we're going to go ahead, place this down next to the station, and then just to top it off, we're going to use the best stash box in the game in my opinion, this emergency supply cache, which is also a Brotherhood item. And there we go, then you've got your immersive looking station. And you guys can see what I mean there. You see that like flickering blue light that reflects off the metal. It looks pretty cool. That's what I was talking about when I was those zappers. They're really good for that. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. We've got 1 more to go. We're just gonna do the Raider or Blood Eagle station now. And for this one, we're going to use Spikeborg traps, and that's fine because Raiders and Blood Eagles, I mean, a spiky piece of wood lying around actually matches their aesthetic and their theme perfectly, so that's fine. So now we're just going to put one down and then put this rack station up, and you see how I got it like just as far on the side of the spike trap as you can. You don't want it too far over, and now we're just going to merge it down so that it's like sort of flat with the spike board, and then take the spike board and we're just going to use this Blood Eagle nest to sort of just to house the station. And once we've got this lined up sort of in the middle, then what we're going to do is we're now going to take a display once again. So we're going to take a spikeboard trap, turn it the other way. This is important. Make sure it's turned the other way from the original one you used for the station, and then put the display also as close to the edge as you can on the inner side, if that makes sense, like what you see here. So right there, just place it like that, and then we're going to take this over, same thing, just merge it down a tiny little bit, just so that it's flush with the ground and is not like floating a little bit. And we're just gonna now, okay, well, we've got to obviously destroy this first before we can place this down. So we're going to destroy that, grab this spike trap, and then you're just going to sort of judge where this is. This is like trial and error. So let's just line it up here, and then you can see now it's like lined up, and then we can just test. Needs to come forward a little bit, but it's pretty much in the middle. So we'll just destroy that other spike trap again that's holding the station. Pull the display forward a little bit, repair the station, and there we go. In the middle, the armor will be able to display nicely, and that all looks good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to destroy everything. And the reason we're doing that is because, well, before we do that, we're just going to add some bone charms. And I mean, I did this pretty quick, like just putting whatever raidery decor I could think of. But the nice thing about these spike boards is it's limitless to what you can mix and mash and then repair them, and obviously it'll just clip straight through, so you can do whatever crazy stuff you can come up with. But I'm just going to put these bone charms here for now, and then yeah, that looks cool. And then I'm just going to go ahead and destroy this again, and once I've done that, I'm going to put in this Wasteland Gone wheel. So just line this up, and same thing, trial and error. You'll have to line it up, repair it, and then just until you get it perfectly how you want it. And then once you've got it pretty much lined up right in the middle, then go ahead and repair it, and that looks cool. You've got the spiky wheel right behind there. That looks good. So let's just go and destroy this now, and we're just going to add a few more things. So let's go ahead and grab this totem that also pretty much fits into the aesthetic perfectly, and then just pull this totem into the middle, and right in the middle of the spiked wheel. There we go. That looks cool. And now we're going to just maybe add some of these Raven perches as well. As I said, you guys can add whatever Raider decor you want. And I'm just going to guess where these go now, and then just repair this and see where they are. And now obviously I can see where I want to put them, because I want them to look like they are sort of like part of the rack itself. So we're going to put that one there, and then just repair it, and then just check. And yeah, that looks cool. And yeah, now let's just destroy it. And then we're just going to bring that forward, put it there, and then fix it. And then there we go. That all looks good. And yeah, that's looking pretty damn awesome. Much better than just the default rack, in my opinion. Fix that so that we have our display there, and you can have the armor there if you want, or you can just have it like that. Both look pretty cool. And now just one or two more bits or bobs to just finish off the overall look. We're just going to put this new barrel that came out the other night down with a lantern on top of it. And then of course we're going to have two Raider stash boxes on either side. And that's pretty much it for the Raider or Blood Eagle station. That's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate everyone who's subscribed so far. The next couple of videos, I've got some fun camp builds planned. And thanks so much for tuning in. Cheers.